Does anybody here think that homes, real estate in Canada has gotten rather expensive? How many people think that real estate is a little overpriced? Well, the yellow line here is the US real estate market, and it went into a bubble in 2005, 6, and 7. And that bubble popped mostly because of something called a derivative called Mortgage Backed Securities. You know, a few people that couldn't pay their mortgage in Las Vegas caused the country of Iceland to have to file for bankruptcy. These derivatives sort of connect the entire world, and a problem in one country just flashes around the entire world instantly. But as you can see, our bubble popped. The real estate bubble here in Canada just took a little breath and kept on running. So how big is the real estate bubble? Well, the OECD and Deutsche Bank say that the Canadian real estate bubble is actually the most overvalued real estate bubble in the world, except they don't have data on China. I've been to China recently, and their real estate bubble is mind-boggling because it's a government-mandated real estate bubble. The government institutes programs. They confiscate huge sections of land from farmers and all of the poor people, push them out, bulldoze the thing. They get developers, give them the land temporarily. The government gets paid back after the developer develops it and sells it. But it's absolutely amazing. We were in a city where they were adding 25, this was a major city, it was the province capital in China, and they were adding 25% to the city. They just bulldozed an entire section of farming and very poor communities where it's single-story stone houses with no plumbing and so on. They bulldoze it all, and they put up high-rises. They were putting in this enormous marina and an island in the center of it. I live in an area, we've got a harbor called Marina del Rey in Los Angeles, and you could fit 7 Marina del Reys in this man-made lake with an island in the middle. It was just amazing, all the stuff that they were doing. And one of the pins that could potentially pop the Canada real estate bubble is mortgage-backed securities, just like the American real estate bubble. As you can see here, that last bar is just the first quarter of 2014. So if you stack 3 more on top of it, you're on par to equal or exceed last year's mortgage-backed securities as far as creation of these derivatives that transmitted economic problems all over the world. Notice that this says mortgage-backed securities guaranteed. Who guarantees them? You do. If these things fail, you're going to pay future taxes to bail out the banks that sold these things. And then one of the pins that could pop the bubble is China. Canada is a resources country. You dig up lots of stuff and you chop down lots of trees and you send raw materials all over the planet. And China is one of your big customers, and their real estate boom has caused your exports to China to increase year after year after year, but notice that it appears to be leveling off. Could something in China slow this down? And if this slows down, will your real estate bubble slow down? Well, in China, the growth of domestic loans, so basically mortgages, last year it was up at 40% or more year over year. So loans had increased by 40% over the previous year, creation of new mortgages. Well, it's fallen to where it's 0 now. Will it go negative? I don't know. I've been there. I think it will. I think we're in for something where China's real estate bubble eventually pops and sort of sucks the whole world in with it. Another thing that has happened is in Canada here, there's just been a law change recently. Chinese and Hong Kong immigrants were coming in, and that's part of what was supporting your real estate bubble. They could basically buy Canadian bonds, basically loaning the Canadian government currency, and get a visa to come over here and then immigrate. And that was a huge thing that was supporting the real estate bubble, and that was just repealed in February. So the growth of the Chinese real estate bubble, which was supporting the economy here and thereby supporting your real estate bubble, is probably coming to an end. So anybody that thinks real estate here is a little bit too expensive, well, real estate's going to become cheaper pretty soon, I think. So now we're going to get to the main presentation here. This one is titled Death of the Dollar Update. I've been doing presentations, and this has been modified slowly throughout the years, but I started giving this presentation back in 2010. And it's about how the world monetary systems have evolved. And I'll show you that every 30 to 40 years, the world has a brand new monetary system, and people really didn't know